Hey everyone, welcome into the Thursday edition of the Greater Houston Area Ranking Scoreboard Show. We're going to go over the schedule for the week. A lot of changes based on anticipated weather for tomorrow. So I'm positive there's something that I'm not aware of, but everything that I'm aware of, you will see in the schedule here. Hey, do me a favor, help the channel grow on YouTube. The ways you can do that are you can subscribe to the channel, you can turn on your notifications, leave a comment below, like the video. Any and all those things help improve the channel and the rankings on YouTube, and help bring in more viewers. Now let's get straight into the schedule for this week. Like I said, a lot of changes and probably the largest slate of Thursday statewide we've ever seen, with well over 200 games statewide. Here are the Thursday area games for those teams that we have ranked at txhsfb.net. In 6A, number 3 Westfield host Aldine. Number 9 New Caney host Caney Creek. Number 10 Klein Collins host Klein. Number 12 Dickinson travels to Clearbrook. Number 16 Jersey Village versus number 13 Stratford. Number 15 CE King at Westbrook. Number 20 Hightower versus Fort Bend Austin. Number 21 Clear Falls versus Clear Creek. Number 24 Cinco Ranch versus Seven Lakes. In 5A action, we have number 1 Fort Bend Marshall at number 10 Dayton. In a game that both Amen Football and I will be at tonight, number 3 Port Arthur Memorial versus number 11 Kingwood Park. Be sure to check out the txhsfb.net for photos and commentary from the game. Number 4 Port Neches Groves at Galena Park. Number 8 Foster versus number 6 Fulshire. Big game in 10-5A D1. With the results from last week, Fulshire has already clinched a playoff spot. Foster would clinch a playoff spot with a win. With a loss, they will likely miss the playoffs. So huge game for the Foster Falcons. In 3A action, number 1 Hempstead. Number 1 Columbus is playing Hempstead. Number 2 Orangefield versus number 7 East Chambers. Tarkington at number 5 Anahuac. Number 6 Tidehaven at number 8 Van Black. In non-UIL 11-man, Antonian Prep travels to Houston to take on the number 1 Houston St. Thomas. And in non-UIL 6-man action, number 3 Conroe Covenant travels to Bryan to take on Allen Academy. Then tomorrow, still on the slate for tomorrow, in 6A, number 1 North Shore hosts Kingwood. Number 2 Katy hosts Katy Taylor. Number 4 Shadow Creek hosts Straight Jesuit. Number 14 Summer Creek hosts number 5 Atascocita. Number 7 Tompkins takes on Peyto. Number 17 Klein Collins travels to Tomball. Number 18 Deer Park hosts Houston South Houston. 19 Cy Ranch hosts Cy Falls. And number 25 Pearland Dawson travels to Alvin. In 5A action, number 14 Brenham will be at Lake Creek. Number 5 Angleton hosts Fort Bend Kempner. Number 7 Manville travels to BF Terry. Number 12 Magnolia West travels to Friendswood. This is another game with a big impact in 10-5 AD1. Magnolia West is one game behind the playoffs. If they win this game against Friendswood and they wind up in a tie with Foster, they beat Foster earlier this year and would advance based on that. If, however, they wind up in a tie with Manville beat Magnolia West, and Manville would advance. Also on the slate, number 13, Barbers Hill host New Caney Porter. And number 15, Texas City travels to Nederland. In 4A action, number 1, Belleville will be at Sweeney. Number 2, Silsbee travels to number 4, Jasper. Huge game there in GHA 4A. Number 3, Lumberton at Livingston. Number 5, El Campo hosts Brazosport. Number 6, Royal will be at Columbia. Number 8, Houston Washington plays Houston Scarborough. Number 9, Little Cypress Murraysville hosts Huffman Hargrave. Number 10, Stafford at Bay City. In 3A action, number 3, Hallettsville at Yoakum. And number 10, Brazos at Bowling. In non-UAL 6-man action, number 1, Pasadena South. Pasadena First Baptist will be at Beaumont Legacy. Number 2, Baytown Christian will host Second Baptist University Model. In non-UAL 11-man action, number 6, Cypress Christian will be at number 10, Bay Area Christian. Number 9, the Woodlands Christian will be at Houston Second Baptist. And Beaumont Kelly will be at number 8, Fort Bend Christian. Moving on to Saturday, 6A action, number 11, Cy-Fair host Houston Memorial. Number 22, Houston Lamar takes on Houston Bel Air. In 5A action, Galveston Ball, number 19, travels to Houston to take on Wisdom. And then in non-UL 11-man action, there's 2 games that both A-Man Football and I will be at. These are the SPC championship games. In the SPC 3A championship game, Fort Worth Trinity Valley takes on number 2, John Cooper. And number 3, Bel Air Episcopal takes on number 4, Houston Kincaid. These games are being played at the beautiful Sheldon ISD Panther Stadium on the east side. So if you're free on Saturday, 2 p.m. for the 3A game, 7 p.m. for the 4A game, drop by, see some good football. And then open this week in 6A, number 6, the Woodlands, number 8, Ridge Point, number 23, Clear Springs. In 4A, number 7, Hampshire Finette. In 3A, number 4, Hitchcock. Non-UAL 11-man, number 5, St. John's. And in non-UAL 6-man, number 4, Logos Prep, number 5, Houston Christian Tigers, and number 6, Fort Bend Chargers. That's going to wrap it up. Tune back in tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock again, and we will have the results from today's games and go over the schedule for Friday and Saturday, including any changes that may have happened in between. Please note, again, to double-check any information with schools before you go to the games, because a lot of games have moved up to today, and a lot of games on Friday have moved up their game time from 7 to 6:30 or 6 or 5:30 or even 5 o'clock. So make sure you double check everything with the school before you go out to a game. See you tomorrow at 8 a.m.